Number 1. Give your spouse your attention. If you need that marriage saved, you will need to give them enough attention. They shouldn't even need to fight for it. Every opportunity you get, use it to remind them that they are always on your mind. Even if you have a really busy schedule, you should always look for ways to fit them into your daily routine. You should never deprive them of attention, and whenever they are ready to talk, you should be ready to listen. You should make out time to call them and check up on them, or just to hear their voice. This should go on for a long period that they get so used to it. You should plan dates just to spend quality time with them. Whenever they need your attention, you should be ready to give it to them with no complaints. Getting attention from someone you crave attention from is a good thing. It makes people feel loved and very much on top of the world. When they enjoy your company, they will crave to spend more time with you. So you craving to spend more time with someone should pass a message to them that you love them. Nobody wants to be around someone they don't like. It is mostly evidence that when you spend much of your time with someone, you start to build an emotional attraction for that person. This makes the person fond of you, and it might get to a point that they would not be able to imagine their life without you. Getting married to someone you love is great, but when you don't make the time for the person, it becomes a huge problem. It's human nature to crave attention. The level at which we crave, it just differs. Some people crave too much attention from everyone. They just want to be in the spotlight always. While some people love to keep it low, they would crave attention from the only people they love. When they get this attention from the people they love, it makes them feel happy always. If they are ever in doubt if you love them genuinely or not, they can always detect this by the amount of attention you give to them. Attention can be a measure of how much someone loves you or not. No one would claim to be in love with someone and leave that person fighting for their attention with other people or other things. Give your partner a lot of your attention to make things work between both of you. Number 2. You should care for them. Everyone loves their partners to be caring. When you love someone genuinely, you automatically care about that person. You find yourself always wanting to know about the person's well-being, and you always feel the need to be there for that person. Whenever the person feels down, you should always feel the need to cheer them up. You should feel the need to always be the one to provide for them. They don't ask you to do things for them, but you should always want to. Caring for someone doesn't necessarily have in the financial aspect alone. It could be cheering someone up when they feel down. It could also be staying strong beside them during their trial times or when they are sick. You cannot be in love with someone and not care about them. This makes care one of the behaviors people watch out for whenever they want to know if you love them or not. When you care about someone, you go the extra mile to see them happy. Their happiness and well-being are your top priority. You are always involved in their problems and constantly looking for solutions for them. When they tell you about a situation they find themselves in, your instinct is never to judge them. All you should be concerned about is to find a solution for them to get them out of their problem. You should show your partner how much you care about them to save your marriage. Number 3. Learn to include them in your plans. When you include someone in your plan, it is a beautiful feeling. It gives them a sense of belonging. This means that they are a part of the future you have created in your head. When you include someone in your plans, they just know that you are a blessing to their life and also a result of an answered prayer. They would also want to go all out for you. This gives them an idea of the role you want them to play in your life. It suggests how important they are to you, and it also shows them how much you love being around them. You change your plans just to fit them in, and any plans that don't include them should most likely be cancelled. No one wants to be with someone that doesn't have anything planned for the future. Though God knows it all and He's in full control of whatever is going to happen in the future, it is also better to be proactive. Let your head be somewhere and then call on God to see you through. If that is not God's will, He will surely guide you to the right path, be it in your career choice or who you want to spend the rest of your life with. You should always try to include your partner in all your plans so that they will know you are serious with the relationship. Number 4. You should let them know everyone in your circle. You should introduce them to everyone that means so much to you. When you are with your spouse, always introduce them to the people close to you. Then they can be sure that you love them and has a future already planned with them. To feel safe in a relationship, you have to meet the people that are most important to your partner too, and see if they accept you or not. This means they can see a future with you, and they also see you as being part of the family. This might only happen if you are willing to introduce them to your people too. You should always want your whole friends and family to accept them with their open arms and welcome them into your life. This is like an assurance that you want to be with them forever. It shows that you are not in the relationship to play games with them. You should always make them a major part of your future. This will surely revive your marriage for those that keep their spouse away from their families and friends. Your spouse will never feel in that marriage. Number 5. You need to be ready to forgive. There are always issues in any union because it is a union of two people with totally different backgrounds and cultures. There will always be unintentional friction between the both of you. You need to be willing to forgive and forget at all times. You should also be ready to apologize whenever you do something wrong. This is the best way to run a home. No one should feel bigger than the person. Both of you are now one and should act like one. There is dignity in doing things the right way, and you will feel fulfilled about it. Learning to forgive is one of the ways that God prepares someone for marriage. This is because even God is not expecting the marriage to be all smooth and rosy. There will be challenges at some point, and if the both of you are not willing to let go, then there is nothing to be in a relationship for. You should learn to forgive your partner and also learn to apologize whenever you are wrong. Forgiving your partner is as important as loving them, because if you cannot forgive them, then it means that you do not love them as much as you claim to do. This means that the relationship would not be able to work out as planned. You should be mature enough to let things go in a relationship. When you achieve this level of maturity in your marriage, then things would surely go smoothly. Number 6. Pray about the marriage. No matter the situation, God would always want you to pray about the situation. God is ready to reveal to mend that marriage. This will never happen if you do not pray to God. If you do not pray to God, you will never have that personal relationship with God, and you might be lost. Even if your marriage is already going fine, you still need to pray to God so that it can continue to go smoothly. If there is a problem with your marriage, it is only God that has the solution to all problems, so you need to pray to Him at all times. He will guide you and protect you on what to do and throughout your journey. You should learn to call on God whenever you are facing any trouble and need help. Even before going into that marriage, you need to inform God about it to know if it is His will or not. This will make you certain that you are with the right person for you. So, whenever there is an issue, you can always ask God for a way out, and God is ever willing to help you out.